Hello everybody, welcome back to Job Drops. Today we'll be talking about the butcher shortage in Britain. According to the BBC News, pig farmers say butcher shortage could lead to culling of animals. Let's read. Pig farmers are calling for the help of the government to address a shortage of butchers, which is leading to a backlog on pig farms. Of course, the National Pig Association said that 80% of skilled butchers and arbiters are from Europe, but many have left because of Brexit and COVID. Of course, earlier this year, UK officially has left the European Union due to many different factors, especially because of you know persons were upset about the deal with the EU being able to come over, but Britain not really getting they don't believe they're getting their fair share of the benefits from being part of the EU. So of course Brexit happened, and then there's the COVID pandemic, which we're all still currently in, 2 years in. It says the government recognizes the pressures that the industry is facing, and the farmers are currently asking governments to address the skill gap by introducing a short-term visa to allow European workers to come to the UK to address this issue. So they're trying to, for the short term, get persons from Europe who are probably already qualified to come over and have a actually work on these various different farms and different factories in order to help release the backlog of many of the pigs that are currently being stored. Of course, this is going to lead to a shortage because since there's a great demand for out of the meats, particularly pork, things like pork. If they don't have enough butchers to deal with them, then there's going to be a lot of things not going to be on the shelves of supermarkets, especially products that are derived from meat. For example, if you don't have enough, like I said, they don't have enough persons to deal with the pigs, then the farmers themselves aren't going to be able to even deal with the eggs with the chickens, because some farms might have maybe more than one. Sometimes they might have specialized in just one animal, but those farmers who will be probably dealing with eggs probably won't be able to, because they have to constantly be moving these pigs around to different areas to be stored. And this is a great opportunity for, especially for young persons, probably just coming out of high school, or maybe they're still in high school but not able to attend physically. This would be a nice kind of side hustle, you know? At least just get into the program, create your own little business, probably for your own community, in fact, and be able to earn a little money on the side. So further down, they said they're hoping it has never come to this, but we have to plan for it, and maybe that what farmers will need more space because they're beginning to run out. That's according to one Sophie Hope, who rears about 10,000 pigs. Of course, you can see there's just a whole lot of them, and of course, because they need some space for them to move, as well as for the farmer to move around, it's going to become a bit of a problem. The surplus of pigs have also led to increased costs in food and accommodations. Now, how is this possible? How can surplus of pigs can lead to increased costs in foods? Well, because if the farmers have to be constantly dealing with all of these animals, they probably have less time to now deal with other of the projects, being able to, make sure things are shipped out on time, being able to communicate effectively with delivery drivers and so forth, because no one's able to butcher the pig. So if they can't butcher the pig, they'll have to be monitoring them even more so than before. So because they have no one to send out the pigs to get slaughtered. So essentially they're not making money, and prices are going to have to increase as they themselves are probably going to take it up to do a lot of the butchering. And of course, it's going to create a large backlog where many supermarkets won't even be filled with any pork, and not just pork, but also other foods, because they may have to call other farmers for help And of course, those farmers who specialize in like certain crops, those would be held back, and of course, the price would increase, and less food will be on the market to for persons to consume. So according to the Department of Environment and Rural Affairs, they understand the seasonal labor and are aware of the challenges in recent months because of the COVID pandemic and labor shortages, and therefore has been working closely with these sectors during this time. So of course the labor shortage is also partly due to the fact that many persons have not really gone back to work, and effectively because a lot of them are being paid out through unemployment checks, welfare benefits, depending on where in UK you are, as well as US. So, and many times the money they're getting is probably higher than what they were getting before for a lot of the other work, such as maybe in the supermarkets and so. So they don't really see a need to go back. So, and also many persons don't really look at butchering as an actual career. It looks, a lot of people say it's nasty. It's kind of might be beneath them especially. But if they're willing and able to, I'd say go for it. It will probably not a something full time, but at least temporarily until you can get something, and maybe and continue to be actually licensed for it. You can probably start something in your own community. Maybe a group of you create a slaughterhouse in your community so that you can butcher animals for other persons, and get your cut of the money or the part of our profits of when the meat is sold, and can effectively create your own little community of being able to provide for yourselves. So yes, that's been Job Drops. I hope you like the content. Please hit that subscribe button. Also like this video and share with others who may not know about this opportunity.